So I've got 3 clipper blades here today I'm going to sharpen. I know a lot of you that watch my channel like clipper blade sharpening. Some of you may be new to my channel. Most of my videos are about shear sharpening, but I do clipper blades as well. We train clipper blade sharpening training here. And I like to check out these clipper blades before I start sharpening them. This one's not fitting on my clipper. Let's see about these other 2. This is a Merrifield Academy. Never heard of that one. This is a 1.5 Artero. And it definitely has a rattle. Let's see how good it cuts. Ew, my string got into some kind of oil there. I don't know what's spilt back there. So it doesn't cut bad. It's just mostly noisy. This one, I'm not going to do this one. I might look it up. Merrifield Academy. Let's see. So it looks like it's it's in Oakland Park, Florida. It looks like it's a school, and teaches grooming and a lot of other things. So I don't want to sharpen these. I think I'm just going to get into trouble. And they won't go on my clipper to test them out. So I'm just going to, any excuse not to sharpen a clipper blade, I'm happy with it. So I'm going to just say nope to that one. And she hasn't paid me anyway. And let's try this other Artero and see where we are on that one. So I'm using an Oster clipper to test with because the motor is not as strong as the Andis and some of the other ones. Okay, this one definitely doesn't cut well. So I'm going to take these apart. And right now I've got my ultrasonic cleaner over here. It's heating up because I like to use it hot. This Weehaw screwdriver is my favorite. And my Clipper Cradle. I don't have a real strong grip in my hands, so this helps me a lot. Helps me put them together. No broken teeth. This was the one that rattled. So I want to make sure that I fix that rattle. So when we put it back together, we'll be good to go. So I'm checking all the parts. Yeah, those ears needed to be bent in on the socket. And then I'm going to go ahead and tighten the spring a little bit. You can always loosen it up afterwards if I got it too tight. Let's go ahead and do this one. This is a number 15 and this number 30. On animal blades, the higher the number, the finer it is, or the closer it cuts to the animal. On barbering blades, the lower the number, the closer it cuts to the skin. But other than that, they're sharpened the same. They're the same. The clippers are the same, except the grooming one has like a little latch to open it up with. And sometimes the grooming ones will have 2 speeds. But it's the same clipper. I'm tightening down my socket. Oh, that did move. tightening up my spring. That's interesting that these are both Artero clippers, but they've got different color of the little guide. Okay, let's go to the machine. So I have some brand new magnets I have not used yet. And these come in 3 sizes. I usually use the little horseshoe magnet. These come in 3 sizes. And this is for like a little trimmer blade. This would be like the great big clippers. And this is the one I'm going to use today. So it's my first time using it. It's got some places for my fingers, so my finger's in the right position. I'm going to place it so it is right where it starts, right at the place where it's open up on the on the teeth. So here's the teeth. I'm placing it right back there. And I assume is this already. We'll see. We'll be able to tell by the spark pattern whether I need to charge it or not. I don't know how many blades I've done on it so far. I haven't used this magnet. I don't know if this is going to work with my fingers or not. I like the magnet. I think it was a little too far back. I don't know if I was centered where I needed to be. Getting a good spark pattern, so I don't think I need to really charge my plate. Oh, that magnet holds this thing tight. A lot stronger than the magnet I've had. These are rare earth magnets, so they should keep their strength longer than the man-made magnets. Taking me a little longer to place it on here because I'm just not used to this magnet. Making sure it's straight. Oh, and I should be wearing a mask. Didn't even think about it. But it's only 2 blades, but still. And I normally have a vent that's running. And I didn't turn that on either. So you're not seeing best practices. I think I was so enamored with using these magnets for the first time. Almost felt like my finger got hot there, but there's nothing to get it hot on. I'm touching my nose to see if it really is hot or just my imagination. So I'm demagnetizing them. I want to make sure I keep my parts together. Oh, I don't know, something I forgot to do too is I put a dot of color according to the month on the clippers so I know which ones I did. And this is just a nylon brush, just getting the grit from between the teeth. I like to do this after I demagnetize it, just in case there's something hanging on. But you do want to clean them up. Now I wonder if my dot of color will come off in my ultrasonic cleaner. It may. It does. This is the first time I've used this one this month. We don't do an enormous amount of clipper blades. It's not coming off at all. Let's put this in my ultrasonic cleaner. Yeah, that's going now. And it's set for about 2 minutes. I'm going to shake this in the meantime. You want to watch me shake this for 2 minutes? It's quite exciting. See if I can get it to work out. Yeah, I think it's fine. Now I do have a, oh, I forgot none of the sound works when this thing's going, so you're not hearing anything. So my sound doesn't work when I'm using ultrasonic cleaner, so you didn't hear me say anything. I really didn't say much at all. But I'm going to clean these up and hope to make my little white mark inside. I usually will use an air compressor at this point to dry them off good. But I'm videotaping and that makes a whole lot of noise. So let's put a little white dot in here. And here comes the other one. And I didn't do the rub block. What I'll do is I'll sharpen them and test them, and if they don't pass, then I'll take them apart and do the rub block. So I want to put it together, and then I want to check the tension on it. I got to make up a song or something about how to put these together. I haven't figured that one out. Looking for my little brush. I put a little strip of oil down there. This goes here, and it's good to put a little bit of oil. You don't really have to oil both sides, because if you oil one, it's on both sides. And I have noticed on the Artero, sometimes the setback is a little bit different than other clipper blades. The setback is the distance between the comb and the cutter. But that looks like that's right on the money. This Clipper Cradle, about 9 times out of 10, it'll be adjusted exactly right. And I can put it back in there to adjust it, or I can just hold it here in my hand. Putting it back in there sometimes is safer because it just slipped on me. And I can use both hands. because you want these screws to be nice and tight. And that has nothing to do with the tension here that I'm going to check. And it's too tight, which doesn't surprise me because I did tighten that spring. I'm going to go in, lift that spring up a little bit with a flathead screwdriver. And I know you're not able to see all this. I do have instructional videos where I show you step by step and for you to watch before you come for training. It's still a little tight. Too tight, it's kind of bad on your motor, on your clipper. It was in the yellow. I might let that go. Maybe a little bit more oil. And now let's put number 2 together. Oil my paintbrush. I can do several clipper blades before I have to put more oil on my paintbrush. This was one of the ideas from the Sharpener's Jam. At our Sharpener's Jam, we have a contest who has the best idea. And I don't remember who it was. It was a lady that was her idea. And she didn't win, but I've been using that paintbrush ever since. It seems like just the right amount of oil. And this is the number 30 blade. So just testing you, I've got a 15 and a 30. Which one is going to cut closer to the dog's skin? And if you said 30, you're right. If you already sharpen clipper blades, put a comment down here and tell me what things that you do a little differently than me. If you don't do clipper blades and you're interested, just go to my website and you can get some information about learning or equipment, that kind of thing. Now see, this is adjusted, but it's a little close, but the 30 cuts closer, so maybe the setback doesn't need to be quite as wide as it was on the 15. So I'm going to go ahead and go with it. Because it doesn't have to be exact. The main thing is it's not even. Well, it looks like it moved on the yellow here. Yeah, it's okay. All right. It's testing. Now, when you test them, I learned the hard way. Oh, it's still rattling. You want to let it run a little while. Causing that rattle? Might be my clipper. When I press it down, let's see how it cuts, then we'll work on the rattle. Oh, and you want to let it run for about 15 seconds. Actually sounds different, doesn't it? I don't like the way it cuts. I think I'm going to put a new socket in there. This is an Andis socket. I think they're interchangeable. And it's good to have some clipper parts. I feel like I need to be talking or music or something as I'm doing this. Setback looks right. Usually I have to piddle a lot with a setback. Let's see if this stopped the rattle. Now you see, the setback's off now. Spoke too soon, didn't I? And I kind of close one eye when I'm doing this and sort of look at it. It's right now. And when you go to tighten the screw, turn one, turn the other, go back to this one, go back to that one. It's off again. You know, I was talking about I usually have to piddle with it, and I said this went right where it's supposed to be, and then it didn't. It's like a pretty wide setback, but I think I remember these Arteros need it bad. Fix the rattle. That was what the problem was. Oh, and it cuts better too. At least the string. Let's see how it cuts a rabbit fur. A little bit of something in the middle, looks like, maybe. Yeah, that looks good. So these are done. would normally blow these off, but like I said, I don't really want to do it with the sound with you listening. And she gave me these nice little boxes as this came in. So I don't need to put it in plastic. And this one we're ready to test. Let it run a little bit because the blade has to, the blades have to kind of set. I'm going to throw this socket away. We know it's bad. That way I don't accidentally pick it up and use it again. Now this one's set a lot closer. That looks pretty good. Let's see how it cuts the rabbit fur. Now this one's supposed to cut closer than the other one. So I'm going to come in here. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's nice. So that was Clipper Blade sharpening. I only did 2, but you got to see how I go about it. I didn't do it charging the plate and all the other details that you would need to know if you're a Clipper Blade sharpener, but it kind of gives you an idea how long it takes you and what normal Clipper Blade sharpening would be like. I'm looking for my brush in case you're wondering, what is she doing back there? This one here. So, looks like if you're going to be calling on dog groomers, I would definitely get into Clipper Blade sharpening and get the equipment and have all that training for that. If you're only going to be doing hair salons, most of them don't get their Clipper Blade sharpened, and the time it would take you to do their Clipper Blades, you could be sharpening a pair of shears and making more money. But if you're doing groomers, you almost have to do Clipper Blades. I've got a lot of information in the descriptions. I've got a lot more videos, so if you have questions, feel free to contact me.